outsider. Over here. Quickly. Look, up above us. Prisoners from the village kept for sick entertainment. How many of them are thought dead, never to return home? I can release them, but I'll need your help. You see those pulleys up there? They control the cell doors. I can cut them, but someone needs to open the grate in front of them. Under the southwest tree, you'll find a crank. Turning it will open the grate. Then, I can free them. Ha, don't worry. This I can manage. Just open the grate for me so I can work. Once you turn the crank, I can reach the other, and the cell should unlock.
Free. I never thought to see the day. Thank you.
Continue the fight. Remove these pests from our home.
Ah, finally you show. Boss, I have need of you. Perhaps you are surprised to see me here ahead of you? Mirta has many secret abilities that baffle the unlearned. But you reached this far on your own, so I am impressed. I would ask your assistance in my attempts to clean out our guests. Oh, please. You knew I would show the moment you placed that banner. Did you really think I'd let Otumi Ra revel in all the glory by himself? Rubbish. He knows that he's useless without me here. I think I know how Nazosa killed Satul Sa. Do you see these weapons? Some mammal liquor enchanted them. With these, a handful of limp fins could fell the strongest of warriors. This is how they killed Satul Sa, and mean to kill the other winds. We destroy them, of course, but I need the binding word for the enchantment. I refuse to leave these weapons alone, so you need to retrieve it. There's a library of sorts just to the east. Search through the books in there, and you should find it. Look for a scroll that was recently manhandled by brutes.
They're coming for us. Bringing a book for travel is well worth the pack space. Shame they're so heavy.
I should have come down here more often when I lived in the village. These tomes are out of date, certainly, but an interesting history. Well, I suppose we're in a battle and shouldn't delay. Did you find the binding word? Ah, astute. There is hope for you yet. I'll make sure these weapons trouble us no more. Now we can land the final blow, and the warlord won't have a counter. Remove his symbol of authority. Walk into his chambers and pull down his banners. That way, his troops will know he is broken. If they don't outright turn on themselves, they'll likely steal what they can and flee. Hired hands are fickle. Now then, let me see what I can do with these. Destroy that banner, and the pretend warlord's followers will scatter like plague rats. I would see to it myself, but some of these books are fascinating. They will go well in my research library.
We earned what we have here!
Nah, I wasn't worried. Were you worried? Smoke, ash, and fire. Just like home.
The banner burns! Warlord Nazosa has fallen! Scatter! Everyone for themselves! Grab what you can!
Something you need? Feeling chat?
They did it! The bandits flee!
The village belongs to us again. Sing for the winds.
Sun, bless the winds. They freed us.
Here you stand, the stranger who drifted through the mud to save us. And to think, I assumed you were a crow come to pick our bones. We can live in peace once again. And the legend of the winds will continue. Who can ever guess the wind's direction? But I choose to believe so. We reminded them of their strength when they worked together. I suppose you came for the promised reward. From my claws to my tail, I say this in earnest. You deserve this. I do not think we will have much trouble rebuilding. Plenty of supplies in the marsh. And of course, we have the best blacksmith who ever wallowed to craft our tools. My spine feels electric from all this hope. Not quite used to it. After we rebuild the village and I know we are truly safe, I may start selling my wares in other towns. Go north to Dryskin Lands. I want to be like the winds, traveling around, taking in the sights, living a better life.
There are a lot of relieved villagers here, thanks to your efforts. Well done, friend. The future, I know of no such thing. Today, I will help the village rebuild. I quite like the hidden life out in the woods, but perhaps it was not the life I was meant to live. The shadows are an absence, where the light brings life.
Oh, I stayed away from this life for too long. Solitude is no way to spend my days. Come on now. I suspect the knowledge of what I plan lurks within your strange but impressive belly. I will drink, we all will, for many, many nights. Then, perhaps, I will finally choose a student. Feats of strength. Or perhaps I will test their knowledge of the most offensive words in Gel. No warrior can ignite their sinew without shouting something horrible. Until then, I know the village is safe. This satisfies me.
Ah, it's you. I see you made it through relatively unscathed, and you managed to follow my instructions. Twice. I saw the banner burn. Quite the accomplishment for someone who consistently puts themselves on death's threshold. Such an upstart bog dog. You know nothing of the journey of Mirta. Yes, I did face death on a frequent basis, but you have seen my power. Nothing can stand tall before me. Also, I had companionship back then. We fought for peace. It was good. Without delay, I will return to my studies. Now that I know the library within the ruins holds treasures, I expect to spend many days there. However, perhaps I should renew my bonds with the other winds and train someone new. The peace must be kept.
the last of them? Oh, thank feck. I hope you're watching. Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting. one put up a fight, didn't they? I'm agreeable. Nice hole. With you, Swit! I'm still here. Thanks for asking.
Fight, Seamok! Seamok fights!
Folk must take trophies.
I was tired of walking anyway. Off we go!
Now don't give me that look. You only have yourself to blame. Oh, you saw that. Probably think I'm talking to this pig. And, well, fair, because that's what I'm doing. But I have a perfectly good explanation. You see, this pig is my brother, and I desperately need to give him a bath. Don't be fooled by his porkish appearance. Dietlow typically has the same perfect scales as I do, but today, he decided to poke around these ruins and irked the local Nereid, Sister of Pools. I guess she felt becoming a pig was a fair punishment. My thought is, Sister of Pools might see Dietlow bathing in her waters and consider it an act of humility. Then maybe she'd turn him back. I can't return to those ruins by myself. Way too dangerous. I have some gold, if you're willing to help. I appreciate the help. You don't know how many people walk right on by when they see an Argonian talking to a pig. I'm not sure if bathing Dietlow will work, but how else do you apologize to a water spirit? Let's go inside before he digs up more grubs. My stupid brother aspires to be a musician. He heard that the best frogs live in these ruins, and he couldn't wait to catch a few for his Vosa saddle. Who knew the Nereid was protective over a bunch of frogs? What's a Vosa saddle? Only the finest musical instrument ever devised. We Argonians love them. Frogs fill the instrument's many cavities, creating unique sounds through the attached horns. The happier the frogs, the better the music. I saw him transform with my own eyes. It was horrible. His scales turned into bristly hair, he grew a snout, and little pig ears. Sister of Pools was just furious, especially after Dietlow frightened the frogs and they all hopped away. My brother left a note, told me what he planned to do and where he planned to do it. I arrived too late to stop him, but I was just in time to see the angry Nereid curse him and change him into a walking ham. I guess she didn't notice me. Not much, really. The place is filled with all kinds of wild and dangerous creatures. Like Sister of Pools, the Nereid who cursed my stupid brother. Look, if you want to explore the ruins, go ahead. But could you help me restore Dietlow first? There are multiple pools scattered throughout the ruins. I suggest we bathe Dietlow in 3 different pools. That should show the Nereid he's
You
sorry.
dare return, little pig, to frighten more of my beloved frogs? Very well. What happens next is on your head.
Look for impressive pools of water, pools that seem appropriately penitent. I think if we bathe Dietlow in at least 3 such pools, the Nereid will see he's sorry and lift her curse. Just watch out. This place is crawling with creatures.
Don't like your odds.
This pool looks humble and inviting. Get in there and scrub my brother. Oh, great water spirit. See how my brother grovels. Can you remove his porkish nature now? Please?
You call this humble? If a pig doesn't suit him, how about a fowl?
Was a bit of a warm-up. I guess this is a fight now.
All right, Dietlow. This pool looks appropriately remorseful. Go ahead and soap him up, please. Oh, powerful Nereid, hear our sorrow. Make Dietlow no longer a chicken, please.
Is that a look of remorse? I think not. But if a chicken isn't to your liking, how about a tiny lizard?
Honestly, Sister of Pools is really starting to annoy me. At least Deet's got scales again, but I can't take him home like this. Let's find one more pool and see if that works. If not, well, I can at least tell our egg mother I tried.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. In a big family, you have to know how to scrap.
Now this pool simply screams penance. Try cleaning behind his ears this time. Come on, water lady. We're sorry already. Please, change my brother back.
This frog frightener muddies my pools and thinks that will earn my forgiveness. After he scared away my beloved croakers. Never.
Wow, crispy cricket legs. I really thought this would work. My brother's doomed to remain a... whatever that is. Wait a moment. Zooth! Dietlow's doomed unless... all Sister of Pools cares about are the frogs that were scared away. So maybe, if Dietlow sings a soothing song at the frog pool, it will calm the frightened frogs and they'll return to the pool. If that happens, the Nereid is sure to forgive him. The frog pool. It's a bit farther into the ruins. It's where I saw Sister of Pools change my brother into a pig. When we get there, splash some water on Dietlow until he starts singing. This has to work. This is the place. Take my brother into the water and get him to just splash some water on Dietlow. He always sings in the bath.
My beautiful frogs! They've come home! Such beautiful music! What a lovely gift! Sister of Pools forgives you, Dietlow. Be yourself once more. My frogs will sing your song for ages to come. Thank you.
Dietlow's himself again. Let's get out of here before the Nereid changes her mind and turns him into a torch bug or something. No more frogs, brother. Time to find a different instrument, I think.
I'm kind of beat after all that. You should talk to my sister.
Thank you for helping me get my brother back. I have to admit, he does have talent, but I need to get him to take up an instrument that requires fewer live animals. Our egg mother would be devastated if he came home as a bantam guar. Oh, right, of course. Dietlow would still be digging up grubs if not for you. You deserve this. Not many strangers would stop to help an Argonian who talks to pigs. Thanks again. You know, come to think of it, I missed out on a golden opportunity while my stupid brother was a pig. I've heard they can sniff out rare mushrooms with their snouts. I should have had him find me some before we changed him back. Oh well. Well, seeing how my brother actually does have some musical talent, maybe I'll serve as his agent. Get him some work in Gideon, or maybe even Leowin. But I think we'll start him off as a singer. I want to keep him away from frogs for a while.
Thanks for helping remove that curse. I never want to lose my beautiful scales again. Nonsense. I never felt better. I have a feeling my musical career is going to take off now. Thanks, Ribbit, again.
Let's ride!
I hear ya, noisy little chits. These ones are always going on about this great treasure they hid. Think they have to shout since my ears aren't what they used to be, but I can hear just fine. I knew that would get your attention. I'm not the sort of woman who would lie, you know. Can't tell you where it is, not with all these little ones running around. They don't want it to be too easy for you. I can give you a hint, though. They say it's a place of buried ruins and lost hopes. And also stone arches. I've asked, and there's nothing poetic about the arches. The squirrels say they're not even that good for climbing on. I'm tired of the squirrels' annoying chatter. Still, these little creatures have been my loyal companions for a long time. I'd like to see someone else grow to respect their usefulness like I have. These cheeky creatures think I can't tell them apart, but I know who's eating. Can't let one of them hog all the food, not when they're so excited about the treasure they've stuck in that new hiding place of theirs. These cheeky creatures...
If you want to take a... Something you need, partner? What would you like to talk about? You're more than just my adventuring partner. You're my best friend. I'm so happy I met you, even if the circumstances were awful. Found something interesting to share? What would you like to talk about? I love maps and old books. Oh, I can lose myself in a library or booksellers for days on end. I'm also a bit of an enophile. It means I like wine. A lot. If you want to take a break, I won't complain. What would you like to talk about? I'm an archer by training, so I try to stay at range. Up close, I'm pretty handy with a dagger, but I prefer my bow. Feeling chatty, are we? What would you like to talk about? I can't stand goblins, or snakes, or boats. They all make me want to retch, for different reasons. The less we deal with any of them, the better.
Leave it to an outsider to bring a curse down upon a sacred shrine. Hail, Dry Skin. Not sure where your feet are taking you, but if it's to the shrine down the road, I suggest you reconsider. Niswo Somars has had more than enough trouble with outsiders for one day. Now, I don't know any details, but I heard that a visiting explorer and her manservant did something terrible inside the local Zanmir. Unleashed a curse, or so I heard. Now the High Priest, Niswo Somars, wants the woman to make it right. Calls herself Lady Clarice Laurent, and her manservant's name is Stibbons, though they say he is not in good shape. If she's actually going to break the curse, she'll need help. But no one will go near her while the curse infests the Zanmir. You must have more time on your claws than I do. Plus, it's mighty brave of you to go up against an ancient Argonian curse. Well, if you really want to help this Lady Laurent, you can find her near the shrine. It isn't too far from here. What's to tell? Argonian curses are nothing to take lightly, especially curses related to the ancient Zanmirs. So as soon as I heard about it, I vacated the area with all due haste. Niswo Somars oversees the Glenbridge Shrine. The place is dedicated to Sithis and attracts Argonians from far and wide. Outsiders too, for some reason. Maybe it's the Zanmir. There's one of those stone monstrosities close to the shrine. You know, those great stone step pyramids that rise out of the Black Marsh swamps. Our misguided ancestors built them for some reason. The one near Glenbridge has always been a curiosity and was relatively safe to explore. Until the curse, that is. Just keep following the road. If you see a Zanmir, you're going in the right direction. And eventually, you'll hear Lady Laurent. She's rather loud as far as dry skins go.
The claw that spills the jub bile must be the one to sop it, Dry Skin. Heed the words and tend to this matter.
Riddles? Really? Not helpful, priest. Not helpful at all.